Hola chicos, bienvenidos a la última semana, al capítulo final, our last week, our last chapter. We are ready to wrap this thing up. We will be all done next Monday. It's a short week simply because the summer session ends on Monday, therefore we have to be done on that day. So just think, 5 short days from now, you can kick back, relax, let out a sigh of relief, and feel very proud of yourselves that you completed this intensive summer session of Spanish, and you did so very well. First, we do have a bit of work to get through. This week, this shortened week, you do have one more exam to take, the exam over Capítulos 11 y 12, chapters 11 and 12. If you have not already done so, you do need to complete your oral final exam via Versant with the phone call. Many of you have already done this, and I'm really excited to see how well you are doing. You do have to submit your second composición, your second composition, that will consist of your Facebook posts and responses from the last 3 weeks of the class. So a bit of work. But you do not have a film this week. You have a little bit less work in my Spanish lab. There aren't as many links in the module. So we did try and cut back a little bit while you are finishing up the course. Of course, we do have to get through Capítulo 12. El futuro es tuyo. The future is yours. Vocabulary-wise, you will be learning to talk about things that are very relevant to our society today. You will learn to talk about technology. You will learn the vocabulary to talk about the environment. Issues that are in the news, that are in common everyday conversation in our world. We do have a bit more grammar to cover. First, we will be learning past participles of verbs and learning how to use them both as adjectives and as a part of the present perfect indicative tense. This tense in both Spanish and English requires 2 verbs. In English, you would use the verb to have along with the past participle. In Spanish, you would use the conjugation of the verb haber along with the past participle. So, for example, I might say, I have cooked dinner for my son. Or, he cocinado la cena para mi hijo. Very similar in both Spanish and English. In the second part of the chapter, you will be learning how to form the future tense in Spanish, hence the name of the chapter, El futuro es tuyo. In English, we use 2 verbs for this. I will take the medicine. In Spanish, you just have 1 verb. Tomaré la medicina. It's a fairly simple tense to learn, and I think you will not have any problems with it. Culturally, we are going to be talking about Spanish-speaking people in the United States. Something that hits more close to home. And then that's pretty much it. We'll be done. As always, if you have any questions while we are wrapping this up, if you have any concerns, please contact myself or contact Dorotea. I am fairly quick with responding to emails, as many of you have discovered, and I am happy to answer your questions or address your concerns. Other than that, it really has been a pleasure working with all of you during this summer session. I can't wait to see how this all wraps up, and I wish you all muy buena suerte. Adiós.